Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another reading today for Pick a Card, Pick a Pile. And we are going to find out more about an upcoming surprise in your life, okay? So let's all gather our energies together for those beautiful souls attracted to this reading today. So deep breath in and exhale out. Excellent. And we are going to set an intention to receive information for our highest and greatest good. And starting it out with a collective reading for everyone here at this reading. So deep breath in and exhale out. Excellent. Feeling so aligned right now. So let's see what this collective message is for all of you. Purity. Your pure thoughts will reach the divine. Keep your thoughts crystal clear. Focus on your loving thoughts and cherish it. Purity of the heart is the gateway to the divine. Ooh, so this feels very, very good for those of you drawn to this reading about an upcoming surprise in your life, that this is going to come from the purest parts of your soul. And you may not even be aware of these parts. I'm very, very curious to see how this turns out for all of you. I'm going to put this card right at the top there. And we're starting with group number 1. So welcome, group number 1, to your reading to find out what is your upcoming surprise in your life. And we have a few cards here today. Let's start with this one here. Bramble. Very, very interesting. So I will tell you more about this card here in just a moment, but let's see what the other cards are. I'm going to put this one right here. So we have celebration, dance. Ooh, I love this. And next we have Gaia, nurturing. Oh, Mama Gaia has been coming through so strong for me in the past couple days. And we have mountain, strength. Very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let me know in the comments down below if you feel comfortable with dancing, okay? I know some people, they don't feel comfortable with dancing in crowds, but how about just dancing like around your house, in your living room, in your bedroom? So let me know if you enjoy dancing. I know for myself, dancing was something I loved to do when I was younger, and I used to go out to the gay clubs all the time. Oh my God, so much fun. So we have next for you, the big picture. Make some space here because these cards are kind of big. You are worth it. Oh, what a beautiful message. New experiences and possibilities. And trust your own understanding. Okay. So what is this big surprise here? So what I'm seeing here is that what is happening here is something that you maybe didn't 100% believe was going to come true for you, mostly because of what people around you were saying and maybe like how you were raised or brought up to believe, like, you know, what's possible for you. What I'm hearing is that you're going to be surprised about, like you're going to make some type of progress towards some goal, which you maybe saw of it more as like a dream. Okay, like, oh, like it would be a dream come true if this happened, right? But there's a part of you that maybe wasn't certain, and that part of you was more from your mind, okay? Because that pureness that we saw in that collective reading, the purity of your soul knows that anything is possible. The purity of your soul knows that you are worth it, okay? And that you get to experience new things in your life. And what I'm seeing as these new experiences and new possibilities is more so like, you know how some people, they just feel like, oh, it's too good to be true, or that will never happen to me. You know, have you ever had those kinds of thoughts before? And the thing is, like, those thoughts aren't really your own. Those are thoughts that were handed down for you. Because think back when you were a kid, where you thought anything was possible, right? Where like chair could be like a horse and the sofa could be like a mountain range. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much imagination and everything was possible for you because that's like the inherent nature of all of our souls is to have optimism, positivity, and believe in the impossible. But you know, life happens in the 3D world and we lose track of that. And so your surprise is that something that you thought wasn't possible will be possible, and you're going to start to see the seeds of it sprouting. And the reason why I'm saying it's just the seeds, because we have the big picture here and we have nurturing. Okay, and so what that says to me is this is sort of like a confirmation that you're on the right path, that you're going somewhere, that you're moving somewhere forward. It's not the end result that you want just yet, okay? So I don't know. Let me think of an example here. So let me see, Spirit. So, like, say you have a review coming up, like an annual review coming up with your at your work, right? And your goal is to maybe be like in management within the company or maybe be like CEO even, right? Like the sky's the limit here. So an upper level position, that's your goal. And right now you don't have that position, right? Well, when you go in for your annual review, you are going to get really, really good feedback from your supervisor. And that's what I mean by this seed. This seed that's saying, like, hey, maybe today you're not going to be like the general manager, the store manager, assistant manager, whatever, but you are going to get that confirmation that you have the skills and the ability to be that person. And the people around you are going to acknowledge it. Okay, like maybe there's some doubt in you that's saying like, oh, I'm never gonna make it to that high rank. Like there's so many other people here that are more qualified, or maybe there's so many people here that have been here longer than me. So why would I get it? Do you get what I'm saying? But when you go in for this annual review and get feedback, you're going to realize that, hey, other people really think highly of you and they can see you in this position, right, of leadership, of management. So that's like an example of what I'm seeing. Like you have your end goal, but you're going to receive this hint and clue that, hey, you are on track here. So whatever doubts you had before about whether or not you're going to make it, you can let those go. It's important to, all right? And you have to nurture your goals, meaning don't give up on them. Okay? Don't give up on them and keep believing in them and feeding them your faith, feeding them your love. All right? Does that make sense? I feel like maybe for some of you who are familiar with like religious practices and religious faith and stuff, like might get that you have to have faith and hope that things will just continue to improve and get better for you and that it won't stay in a state where it's like not fun or you're experiencing like displeasure or unhappiness, you know? And it's important that you celebrate along the way. So celebration, what I think is so beautiful about celebration here is it's letting the universe know that you're grateful and that you're so happy that something happened to you, okay? And when you celebrate any type of win, okay? There's no such thing as like a big or a small win here in life. Like a win is a win. Do you get what I'm saying? So a win is a win. And it's important that you celebrate. And for some of you, like that might be just this silent acknowledgement, like to yourself, like, thank you, universe, or whatever you believe in, for blessing me with this gift, this surprise, this victory, okay? For some of you, it might be like going out to get a drink, I don't know. And others of you, it might be a little dance, a little shimmy shimmy, or even like a little treat. You know, I'm all about those treats, right? Like treating yourself out to a meal or some kind of dessert. So celebrate every win along the way. And I kid you not, the wins will keep piling up, okay? So that's this message here. And you have to persevere, okay? That's the other reason why I'm saying it's just like a seed here of your future success. You're going to be, it's like a pleasant surprise that's going to reaffirm where you're headed. And with the strength card here, this means you have to persevere. Like, don't give up now when you're just gaining that momentum, all right? Now, I wanted to see more about what this bramble card is about here. So let's refer to this book here with bramble. So So preparedness and forethought. Sorry, it's taking a moment. So you can never be too prepared for the next curveball. Even if things seem to be going well right now, take a moment to consider what pitfalls might lie ahead and how things can go wrong. Now, even in the worst case scenario, you'll be ready to catch yourself before you fall. Just like the bramble always protects itself against disaster, so too will you be safe from the worst of the fallout. Ooh, I feel like that's a question for the tarot to help us understand a little bit more. What do you think? Okay, so that's that perseverance again coming through. Like, don't give up, keep moving while the momentum is here, even if you might experience like a little bit of setbacks or maybe something doesn't go according to plan. Okay, like keep trudging forward, all right? It's normal for paths to go like up and down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lord knows I've been experiencing that myself on my own journey. And I never let it stop me, you know, like I know I'm meant to do more in the world, and tarot and delivering these uplifting messages about the future is part of that journey, and I'm sure it's just a small part of it, but you know, it is not without its ups and downs on this journey as I record these videos for all of you. But I knew that this is my path and I trust it. And that's the same thing you are called to do here. All right, loves? So let's find more about these challenges and see if there's anything that we can figure out to help you prepare better for them. Okay, so we have Two of Wands. So here we already see that there's this potential here that the volcano could erupt and cause some destruction of the surrounding land, okay? And so, you know, like, let's prepare. Maybe we can try to move things out of the way, or move our valuable items, right? So they don't get caught up in the pathway of the lava. So if there's anything you can see that might be a problem, that might create destruction, then kind of move things out of the way. All right, or put up some buffers against it. So 10 of Swords, so interesting. Endings here, 6 of Cups, the Hermit, 6 of Swords, the World, oh wow, and 10 of Cups. Okay, so we have 2 10s here, and we have the World. So what I'm seeing here for you is that something is going to come to an end here, all right? And the thing is here, maybe in your mind, it's going to look like a bad ending, right? It's going to be like something bad. But really in your heart, you know that it needs to happen, okay? For things to continue on, you know, for things to flow in its place. And you know, kind of what I'm getting here with the message is like with the notion of death, you know, a lot of people are afraid of death, and for whatever reasons, you know, but death is a natural part of life. You know, you hear things like, oh, death, what gives life its meaning and its value. And death, at least of the physical body, is merely just a transition in form, meaning your time in physical form and learning about life through physical means has ended for this lifetime, and you're ready to transition into more like a spirit realm or an energetic realm, right? And exist in that space for a while. So really, it's like these endings that are maybe a little bit sad, and maybe they bring a little bit of stress or worry into our life, but a lot of times it's for the better, okay? And we're not always able to see the blessing right off the gates, like in our life, and we do have to mourn it, but we just have to understand that this is the way of the world, and just because something ends doesn't mean it's the end of happiness. Ooh, I think that's golden nuggets right there. Just because something ends doesn't mean it's the end of happiness. All it means is that that thing provided you whatever happiness it could, and now it's time for something new to come in and bring you happiness, right? A new way of experiencing happiness. Like, I don't know, for example, Maybe when you were a kid, you loved playing with toys. Like that's what brought you happiness. And now as you got older, like toys are not the way you experience happiness and joy anymore. There's other things that you experience, right? So that's what I'm seeing here is there's this ending of something that brought you happiness before, okay? But it's because there's a new form of happiness coming in. And for some of you, I'm sensing that it could even be like a relationship. Okay, like maybe there's a relationship that you knew needs to come to an end, and it's time for you to make space for a new relationship in your life to take the place of that one. Like maybe there's a friend that you just haven't been seeing eye to eye with, you know, and you're just not on the same wavelength anymore, and it's time to create that space and that distance from them so that you can make friends that are more aligned with where you're at right now in your life. So I also sense this period of loneliness. So I was sensing this a little bit here when I was reading about the bramble, that there's this part of your journey that's coming up where you have to kind of go at it alone. Okay? You have to go at it alone. You're not going to get as much help as you normally would during this next phase. Okay? So this is your chance to really shine and show your abilities, your dedication to your goals. Because with the Hermit, this is about learning about yourself, learning about your place in the world. And the only person that can provide the answers to whatever questions may come up is you. All right? You're not going to get your answers from anywhere else. And this can come back to your childhood, okay? Like going back to your childhood and thinking about, or your youth even. Let's just say that, your youth. About like what you wanted to be when you grow up. What kind of life did you see for yourself? And what parts of those childhood dreams still hold true for you? And in what ways have you maybe been led away from your dreams that might have led to unhappiness? Okay? So there's this inner journey that's going to kind of begin for you here. And you're not going to have as much assistance from the outside, again, because this is your own personal journey. But that doesn't mean you can't turn to like a coach, for example, or like a trusted family friend or therapist if you need that type of support. But it's more so like people just aren't going to be able to do things for you, you know? Like they won't be able to cook dinners for you if you are injured, kind of thing, right? You know how people in like really loving communities, if someone gets sick, like someone brings over soup in the community to help you feel better or offers to walk your dog, right? That kind of thing. It's not so much like that. It's more just like you have to figure things out on your own here, okay? And find out what is the truth for you, not what everyone thinks is the truth for you or what society thinks you should be doing, right? And with the Six of Swords here, again, what I'm seeing here is we're watching this merman kind of guide this seal. And you can see the path, like it's not straight, like they're not in alignment, okay? Like the seal is probably slipping and sliding across this icy surface here. And so the journey is gonna feel like a bit like this, okay? And so you have to be quick on your feet, quick with your mind, okay? So pull out all those problem-solving abilities and sort of be very creative, like a creative problem solver and thinker, because you're going to be challenged in ways that are going to really grow you immensely, but it's not going to feel very like intuitive in the sense of like your old ways are not going to really help you. Okay, you're going to have to be forced to adapt and think of new ways to navigate any issues that may be coming your way, and it's going to kind of give you a run for your money when it comes to your brain, okay, and your problem solving. But going back to kind of like what our earlier conversation about like this leadership role, this management role, this upper level position, it's all to prepare you for that. You know, it's kind of like the trials of a hero to prepare them for the big battle against the bad guy, you know, towards the end of the story, right? It's like all leading up to something even greater. So this is the surprise. You're going to get some good news here, but the thing is like, it's not going to be the end of it. Like, you're not going to be able to rest on your laurels or take a break here. You're going to have to keep going, love, because this thing is just going to get more and more momentum, and it's going to build even bigger for you and even bigger prizes await, right, as you go along this journey. So that's pretty surprising here. So congratulations on your win. Let's call it in. Let's say, comment down below, thank you for my victory for today. And you know, get ready because more is coming. More is coming, my dears. So I really hope you enjoyed your reading. Make sure you like this video if you did, and comment that affirmation below. And, you know, if you're interested in learning more about future self, future spouse, more surprises in your life, and you enjoy the sort of messages and the vibrations here on this channel, then consider hitting that subscribe button, you know, so that you don't miss out on any future uploads. And I just want to thank you so much for watching this reading and supporting the channel by allowing the ads to run during the reading. I know it can be quite tedious to do so, but thank you for doing that. And remember, loves, it is never too late for your happily ever after, and you will get it. See you next time. Hello there, Group 2. Welcome to your reading to find out more about an upcoming surprise in your life coming up next. Let's get into this. So you have the Rose card here. I'll explain that one in just a moment. Let's get your cards all laid out for starters. And then you have here Clear Endeavor. What a beautiful image. Love Matters. Or Love Matters. Oh, okay, okay. And Adventure. Oh, that's nice combination there. And we also have Wind with Activation. Whale with Breach. Oh, okay. This is getting so much more clearer, and you'll see why when I talk about the Rose card here. Stone People. Vigilance. Okay, so definitely what I'm seeing here is the Rose card speaks to miracles, okay? So the Rose card is speaking to a miracle happening in your life, like something that you've been hoping and wishing and praying for to come true, to come to pass, to be maybe removed, right? Like if there's some kind of obstacle, or maybe you're getting confused or uncertain of how to solve a problem, how to navigate a difficult situation, and you're like asking for help, asking for a miracle, like remove these out of my way, or give me some brilliant idea to move forward towards my goals and dreams, successes, right? Like that is what's going to happen next. So you're going to get a miracle coming up to help you with whatever you've been kind of working towards, whatever has been next on your path. And what I'm seeing for many of you, this has to do with love. And the thing is here, this isn't just limited to simply romantic love, but what I'm seeing here is it's all types of love. So here, firstly, with, so romantic love, of course, is an option, right? We already brought that up, that maybe there's been some issue with your partner, your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever, and you're not seeing eye to eye on it, or maybe you both have been facing a problem together, whatever, and that is going to be solved, okay? You're going to be back in harmony, you're going to be back in alignment as a unit, and be able to kind of like move forward, right? And continue along your path and your journey together. The other thing though is with the dove is there's this energy of peace, okay? And what I'm seeing here is that like with a friend or with a family member, there's going to be a chance for healing here. There's going to be a miracle, like maybe you weren't seeing eye to eye on something and finally they're going to see you. You know, they're going to get it. They're going to see your point of view, they're going to respect it, and they'll acknowledge it. And then this healing can begin, because I'm getting the sense that maybe you were like at odds with each other, you know, and with kind of like life philosophies and maybe values. I mean, I get it. Like, you know, a lot of times maybe you can relate. My parents and I don't see eye to eye on things, you know, and we have different opinions on how things should be done in life, or how things should be handled, or how to kind of approach life in general. And sometimes that causes arguments, right? And it feels like, oh, they just won't get me and they'll never get me. But this is actually the miracle here, the surprise, this blessing that's coming into your life, is that they will get you on some level. Okay, they'll come to understand you much better than they ever had before. And how do I know that? Because we have clear endeavor. So I'm sensing with this card that there's this clarity of mind, clarity of thought. And when you look at the whale with breach and the wind with activation, breach is like breaking the surface, right? That's what these whales do, is they break the surface. And they have this magnificent display here. And so it's like you breaking a barrier, breaking through this wall that existed between you and someone else before. All right. So that's the surprise here, is between you and someone else. And it's because both of you have received an activation. Okay, so as you become activated and you vibrate on a higher level of awareness, then your energy affects the people around you and allows for them to also have their breakthrough, okay, and raise their vibration. And it doesn't necessarily mean they have to be at the same level as you. So that's this vigilance that I'm getting. That's this caution that I'm getting here. Is like, just because you're at, I don't know, we'll just pick some numbers. You're at level 8 and they're at level 5. When they have this breach or this activation and breakthrough, they're not necessarily going to come to a level 8. Like they might come to a level 6. Okay? And that's what your activation will do for them. Will help raise them up in awareness a little bit more. And so, sometimes I notice this too when I share things with other people, like when I coach clients, when I do readings, or when I give advice that was asked for. It's like you give that advice and there's this sort of eye-opening moment, right? This aha moment for them, but they don't necessarily know how to put it into action just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they still maybe have to learn. It's like, oh, okay, I know how to solve this problem, but maybe they have to practice, right? It's kind of like we learn how to play sports. Like, okay, with basketball, we know how to score a point is to put the ball in the basket, right? And that's like the knowledge that we get. Like, oh, now I know how to make points. But does that mean you know how to make points well? That you know how to make lots of points and make points consistently? No, like you have to practice. You have to actually do it. Get what I'm saying? So even though they see and they understand you on a whole new level, like maybe they'll just, not maybe, they'll still need to practice and get used to it, okay? I have a great example for you. So when I was in primary care and I was helping my patients with gender affirmation, so trans patients who identify more with the opposite sex than their birth sex, right? Like, we'll just use like trans male, okay? So meaning they were born female body parts anatomy, and they're transitioning to be male, okay? And when that transition happens, sometimes people aren't used to calling them with male pronouns like he, him, his, right? And so they need to adjust. So even though they get it, like they understand, like, yo, I understand that you identify as male now and you're on hormones and maybe you're planning on having surgeries, whatever the case may be for that individual. Like, I understand those things, but I'm still not practiced, or it's not automatic yet for me to refer to you with him, his, and he, like the male pronoun. So just bear with me. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Does that clear it up for you all? That is going to take some patience, but rest assured they understand you. So this miracle of seeing eye to eye has occurred. You just have to give them space to put it into practice. Do you get what I'm saying? Now with this adventure here, I think this is really lovely actually. So this to me is just marking a new chapter, a new beginning in your relationship where more surprises will come along the way. Like they're going to surprise you in really great ways. So yes, maybe they might, falter here and there or trip up here and there. Like don't get riled up about it. Don't like blow your fuse over it, because they will also surprise you in very profound ways as well. Okay? So don't expect the worst of them. You can let down your guard in that sense, at least. Okay? You can let down your guard and know that they're not coming for you, that they're not trying to pick a fight anymore, but that they're really trying and that they want to learn. Okay? And they're going to surprise you. Like maybe when you think like, okay, they're never going to get it, like maybe you're giving up, and then they'll do something that's going to make you believe otherwise, Okay, let's find out more about this surprise. This sounds very interesting. It sounds like a beautiful way to make progress with people that are in your life that maybe you don't want to kick out and cut ties within your life, but you've just been struggling with how to kind of be in peace with each other, and not be fighting anymore. Let's see what else we have here for upcoming surprise. Okay, so wow, Two of Wands. Again, this card has been coming out quite a bit. I'm definitely sensing that there's this transition point for all of you. And this, I've just got a message for this card that it's sort of like a caution to not be reactive. Okay, like they're gonna need some time to adjust to this new activation, this new realization, and you are going to need to adjust in your own way as well. Like, again, when they slip up and maybe they say the wrong thing, again, don't like snap at them right away. Don't get anxious. Don't get fearful. Don't react in that triggered kind of way, all right? Like, you're growing, you're learning as well. And so there's a call for a little bit of compassion and patience on your end. Here with Ace of Pentacles, yes. So new beginnings again. The Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, ending. So let that old version of them die, okay? They're a new person now, thanks to you, thanks to whatever other circumstances in your life. Help them make this breach, this breakthrough, okay? So let that old version of them die. When you look at them, try not to see the person they were before. See them as the person that they're becoming, that they're evolving into now, okay? That they've made progress, they've learned a lot here. Page of Swords, okay, again, new. This is new ideas, new territory for them. Give them a chance to adjust. Their thoughts need to be a little bit deconditioned, okay? They still need to get used to certain things, used to a new neural pathway. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking about things in a new way. King of Swords, they will master it. They will get there. Give them that patience. The Star and Five of Cups. So, what I see for them, what you need to understand as well as this miracle happens, that you make progress with them when you thought that you couldn't, is they have a grieving period that they need to go through, okay? That they need to understand that you're different, they're different, and then the relationship is different, okay? Sometimes when things have been a certain way for so long, we get comfortable and we get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe for those of you who are parents, you'll understand that, when you've grown up with somebody, when you spent a lot of time with somebody, you expect that you know them already. But everyone changes, everyone evolves. And if you feel really strongly about your connection and your tie with them, and you know that they're a lifer, meaning that they're supposed to be in your life for the whole ride here, you have to expect that they grow and change, and I've kind of seen that with a lot of my friends, that as they experience things like being a parent for the first time, getting married, or getting a promotion at work, or a raise, or losing their job even, right? Or discovering a new religion or faith system, like they change and they evolve. And they need the time to adjust and adapt. I need the time to adjust and adapt. And our relationship kind of has to find a new balance, right? A new quote unquote normal, whatever that looks like these days. You get what I'm saying? And so there's going to be this process, this grieving process. And especially with my example with the trans person, like they need to grieve the loss of the person they thought that you were, right? So that they can begin to accept you and see you for who you are now. Again, wishes come true, okay? They will get there. The thing that I think here is that they're very smart people. So I hope you didn't doubt that for a single moment, that they're smart and that they're intelligent, and that they know things, okay? deep in their hearts, and sometimes just the rest of them needs to catch up. They're smart people. They get it. Trust me, they get it on an intellectual level. It's about now putting it into practice that needs to happen, and it will work out beautifully. If the star card is any indication of that, everything will work out just fine. You just have to have patience and hang in there. All right, loves? So if this reading resonated with you, I'm so happy to hear that. Like down below and let the universe know with a comment like, I receive and I claim this beautiful surprise of harmony and understanding between you and whoever it is that this reading is speaking to, okay? And of course, this channel is all about aligning you with your future self, that future self of you that's having success, that has a future spouse that's aligned, that's continuing to experience a lot of blessings in your life. That's the energy I'm channeling here with these readings and helping you to connect with. So if that's of value to you, if that's important to you, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? So you don't miss out on future uploads. And thank you all so much for joining me for this reading. Thank you for allowing the ads to run to help support this channel financially. I really, truly appreciate that. And remember, as always, it's never, ever, ever too late for you to have your happily ever after. So hang in there, loves. See you next time. Hey there, Group 3. Welcome to your reading today to find out an upcoming surprise in your life. For some of you, it's going to be like the very first surprise of 2023. So congratulations on that. Let's see what these cards have to share about it. So we have the chickweed, and I'll explain the significance of this plant here in just a moment. Let's get the rest of your cards out on display. So we have fresh approach. Oh, that's awesome. And we also have be gentle with yourself. Oh, okay, I love it. I love it. And you also have seek beauty. New beginnings. How appropriate that this comes out with fresh approach here. And we also have perspective with the Milky Way. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of my trip to the Grand Canyon. That was the most amazing trip I've ever taken. How many of you have ever been to the Grand Canyon in the United States? Let me know in the comments down below. I thought it was so beautiful, so gorgeous, because there were no lights anywhere. There was no light pollution. And so I had a clear view of the skies and stars above, and I saw the Milky Way. And to say that it was like such a life-changing moment is kind of an understatement, And so I encourage you, if you haven't been to the Grand Canyon or to an area that doesn't have any light pollution, to really go there and just look up at the stars, look up at the heavens, and just feel like the expansiveness and the limitlessness of the universe around us. Like, it's insane. Next, we have clouds, shape-shifting, and green man synergy. So, this message is so very clear to me about what this surprise is that's coming up for you next. This is so lucky. I'm so happy that you chose this pile, Group 3, because the chickweed is all about good luck. It's one of the first herbs that's harvested in Japan, and it's part of rituals to bring in and call in more good luck and good fortune into your life. And so this is your surprise. What better surprise is this than a change in fortune for the better? Good luck actually coming into your life now, things working out so well for you now. So that's the message here, that there's this new beginning, right? So a change in fortune here. And there's a fresh energy coming in to work with you, to nurture you, to kind of bloom and blossom is what I'm getting. And so maybe some of you have been struggling with finances or with love recently, and your fortunes are going to change really soon here. And that is so amazing to hear and see. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Now, a lot of you, what I'm sensing though here is that you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe your shift in fortune and good luck. Even though you're watching this reading, which is so funny, even though you're watching this reading, you'll kind of consciously know that, but there's this part of you that's, maybe been down in the dumps and down in luck for long enough now that it's hard for you to believe like things are getting better. And maybe you're kind of like in that mode where it's like you can't trust it. Okay, you can't trust this money or this material wealth that's coming into your life. You can't trust this amazing person that you're connecting with in your life on whatever level, whether it's friendship or romance. And what this reading is letting you know is that yes, you can. Okay, like you've struggled enough, and now it's time for you to take whatever lessons you've gained from this period of your life and bring it forward with you. Okay, and change your destiny, shift it, change your perspective here, okay, by looking at this difficult time period that you're leaving and seeing it as, a learning process for you. Okay, like you came out of it with something, even though you may have lost some things. You didn't come out empty-handed. You had lessons, you had maybe to realize how tough you are and what you can actually survive, right? Like you can make it through. You're still here. And that in and of itself is a win, is a success. And, this good luck coming in is just more success. It's just another form of that success taking shape here into one that, maybe you can appreciate a little bit easier. But be gentle with yourself. Like, don't be down on yourself and say like, what did I do to deserve this? Or like, this is too good to be true, right? Because basically those messages are saying that, hey, I'm not worth it. And that's not true at all. You are worth it, okay? Life isn't all just, rainbows and butterflies and like candy and treats. Like physical reality, this 3D world, this life that we all chose, we chose to take it with the good and the difficult. Okay, so you have to seek beauty in all its forms here, all right? See the beauty of a new start, new energy, new people, new money and wealth, new success coming in. Appreciate that beauty. Don't be one of those people that's hella jaded, okay? Like pessimistic and like grumpy pants, like, oh God, please don't be that person. Like we have enough of those in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? And if you're at this video, you're watching this reading, like I know you have that potential to be that best and highest version of yourself, okay? Like that's why you're here. I set the intention to attract people that are ready for shifts and changes for the better in their life and to be the best version of themselves that they can be. So you're here for that, okay? So see the beauty in everything, not just your triumphs and your success, but also your struggles and your difficulties, because there is beauty there. You just have to, do a little bit more digging to unearth it, to find it. Let's see what else we can find about this change in fortune, this good luck coming your way. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay, I'm getting instructed to do it in a couple different ways. So for those of you that are feeling like material success, or like maybe work-related success, something like that, financial success, this is for you. This is for those of you that are feeling romantic success or shift. And it could even be both for some of you. Okay, the universe is not stingy here. Okay, the universe is abundant. So some of you, maybe it's more wealth and career stuff success for right now in your life. For others of you, it's more like love and romance success. And for some of you, it's gonna be both. So let's start over here with like the career and finance success, that kind of stuff, okay? I really think I need to go purchase another cloth to lay these down on so it'll be easier to pick these up. So we have Knight of Wands, the Chariot, and Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the message here is super clear for those of you that were drawn to this sort of subset, that you are really going to be recognized in the workplace and the career for what makes you unique. Okay, there's this magnetic allure to you that's kind of like, wow, you really know what you're doing, you really know your stuff, or I trust you to kind of guide the way, lead the way, take me there, do this job, do this task, and do it really, really well, and take us really far, okay, and very quickly as well, okay? So quick, fast movement is what I'm getting here with your reading when it comes to wealth. So money coming in quickly, success in the workplace coming in quickly, like a lot of wins, a lot of job well dones, a lot of victories coming through here for you. And your passion that hasn't faltered is what's going to lead the way, okay? So for those of you that were experiencing like a rough go of it, and felt ready to throw in the towel, like, thank goodness your luck is changing here, and your perseverance in this matter, your passion to move forward and towards your goals is not going to go unrecognized. How do I know that? Because we have the Two of Pentacles here. Like, these two mer children are watching this rabbit, this good luck rabbit here, doing amazing things. Like, how many rabbits do you know that can like balance on a fish that's leaping out of a pond with these coins? Like, I don't know of any. So I don't know about you. But what I'm seeing here is you're really going to be viewed as one of a kind, as someone who's very talented and very skilled and very deserving, okay? The Two of Pentacles is this balance in material wealth. So the energy that you've been putting out, the time that you've been dedicating to things, it's gonna finally come back to you, okay? In very tangible results. And for a lot of you, I'm sensing that's money. So maybe many of you are going to be getting a bonus or a raise, okay? Or if you have a business, you're going to see an increase in sales and revenue coming in. So that's amazing. Now, for those of you with romance and love, we have Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords, and Death here. Ooh, this is pretty cool. So what I'm seeing is, for those of you that maybe have been experiencing a dry spell, felt a bit stuck like these poor creatures here that's caught in this oil spill and stuck in this pollution, you are going to be in a position now where it's like the floodgates are open, okay? You're going to have lots of new friends, lots of new lovers and suitors and potentials coming for you, okay? So if you're like on a dating app, I'm seeing that you're going to have like a lot of matches. You're going to have a lot of options to choose from here. What I'm seeing here is also a bit of a word of caution here, okay? To inspect everything, okay? Just because you have a lot of options doesn't mean you need to feel overwhelmed, and it doesn't mean that you have to date all of them or get to know all of them. Like, be selective here. You have that right. When there's a lot of options, you get to pick and choose at this point, okay? And so really begin to understand like who you are now and what you want in your life, what kind of partner you want in your life, what kind of friends you want in your life, and be picky and choosy, okay? There's this old version of you that, again, maybe had that streak of bad luck or what's going on, like, you know, not finding a lot of good matches romantically, like a really bad dating streak, you know what I'm saying? But that is ending. That's what this Death card is. It's ending. This stuckness, this feeling trapped is ending now. You're going to be able to move forward in many different ways with many different people. But you have to learn from what happened previously with all these other people that came into your life, okay? Learn your lessons and don't fall prey to the same type of people, the same type of energy or aura. You should be able to recognize it now. That's the blessing here. You should be able to recognize it and steer clear, all right? Because it's a new beginning for you, my loves. Oh, what a wonderful reading. I'm so excited for all of you. Let me know what you thought. Like down below, comment below. I claim my good luck and my good fortune to affirm that. And, you know, thank you so much for watching this reading and allowing the ads to run to help support this channel financially. Anyways, I truly appreciate that and the community that I'm building here at Transform with Ryan. I appreciate your support. If you enjoy, future readings about spouses, successes, your future self, like who you will be, who you will become, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any uploads. And, never forget, loves, that it is never ever too late for your happily ever after. You deserve it. You deserve all the happiness in the world. So until next time, I'm wishing you all the best. See you soon.